Hello my lovelies, happy Tuesday. I hope everyone is well. I hope everyone is doing okay. We're busy as ever. We had a really busy Sunday on Sewing Street. It was really great. We had loads of sellouts, was amazing, which I'm surprised frankly after I messed up my demo so badly. You know when your brain just goes completely blank? It just couldn't, nothing was coming to me, which is most unlike me, but yeah, completely blank. But never mind, you all forgave me and still bought anyway, which is lovely. And we're busy packing that, and we've had lots of orders on our own website as well, so those are all done. We did those first and now we're working on Sewing Street, so yeah, lots going on, lots going on. But I didn't, and remembered and reminded me, challenge post. So that's what we're going to do first of all, is the challenge post, little draw first, and then we're going to do a block. Hi Jean, hi Catherine, hello my darlings. So we're going to whip over to the overhead, and we did a challenge post last Wednesday. I called it Show Me Christmas, and boy did you show me some Christmas stuff. So I've got all your names in the hat. Oh look, I'll use my there we go. We'll use my little bowl that we made last week. If I tip them all into there we go. All your names are in the hat. Okay. Now I promise I'm not looking. I'm looking out the window, giving them a good shuffle, and then I'm going to go in and I'm going to steal that one there. Okay, which is Sara Baldwin. I've got a nice little, because we did Christmas, a little Christmas charm pack coming your way. Okay, so that's coming to you, my lovely. Congratulations. Thank you for joining in again, everybody. We love the challenge posters because we get to see all your yummy things. You're going to have to excuse this really random light. It's so sunny out there, even with the blinds closed. I've got just a peak of light coming out, so please do ignore that. I've got them shut. Let me just see if I can get them shut any more. Just to... No, sorry, just seeing if I can shut the blinds. No, that's as shut as they'll go, and I've got a big thing of light going on. So, hi Marlene, hello my lovely, you're there too. So, the block we're going to do today is this one here, okay? I've done it in Christmas fabrics because, you know, just because I've been thinking about Christmas a lot, so I've done this in Christmas fabrics. I've called it cut ribbons because I think it looks like when you cut the ribbons on a parcel. You know, you've got your little parcel and you've got your little cut ends. So we're going to do this one today. What you will need is, from your background fabric, you will need a 2" by 9" strip, and you will need a 2" by 3.5" strip. Okay. Sometimes you shut them the other way around, it works. Oh, I could do it. I'll try that in a second, lovely. You need 8 2" squares, and then what's that? I need 4. Hang on, got this wrong. 2" by 9", 3.5" by 9". Right, ignore what I just said. 2" by 9", 3.5" by 9". 8 2" squares, and then you want 2" by 3.5" rectangles, and you need 4 of those. So that's what you need out of the cream. Then out of my green fabric, I need a 2" by 9" twice. Okay, so you need 2 2" by 9". And then for my red fabric, you want 1 2" square for the very center, and then you want, what do I need? 2" by 3.5 times 4, and 2" by 5" times 4. Okay, so that's a lot of measurements. Go back, pause it, do all that later on. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to start by just doing 2 little strip sets. So let me move all that out of the way. You're going to take your green fabric, which I'm calling fabric B, the 2" by 9", and you're going to put that on top of the 3.5 by 9, and then you're going to do the same with this one as well. Okay, so you're going to do that. So over to the machine, like that. Doesn't matter if it's top or bottom unless it's directional, frankly. But we're going to stitch these together, and we're going to make some little strip sets. I'm just going to try Jean's trick and put the blinds all the way the other way. Let's see if that works. Sometimes it does, doesn't it? Oh, that one was light. Oh no, now I've got stripes instead. You're going to have a beam of light, ladies. You're just going to have a beam of light. I shouldn't complain really, because it's beautiful and sunny out there. It's gorgeous. Right, we're going to take these over to the machine and make 2 little strip sets, okay? Hi Carol, hi Leslie, hello my lovelies. Thank you for joining us. Marlene, you're hoping that this Indian summer having is staying. I know, it's lovely, isn't it? It's really, you know, I mean, it's not like super, super warm, but it's like 17, 18 degrees, which is fab. Right, just 1/4 inch seam allowance all the way down on these strip sets. There we go. So down this one first. Like. Oh, I did so much sewing yesterday. I need to oil my machine. It's a bit on the noisy side. And then I'm going to do the same with this one. These are the 2 2-inch by 9-inch strips. You actually only need 8-inch, but I've given you 9-inch just, sorry, I've got hiccups now, just for a wee bit of wiggle room. There we go, all the way down that one. Right, come back over to here. Hi Angela, how are you, lovely? Oh, and then snip that one, and then we're just going to press this out towards the green fabric, the fabric B, whatever you're using. This obviously doesn't have to be Christmas. It could be anything at all. You know, I had some Christmas scraps on my desk because I've been working on some Christmassy projects, and I thought, oh, I'll just do it in Christmas fabrics. It ends up being a 10.5-inch block, this one. There we go. So 10-inch finished. Right. Press those out, and then we're going to cut these up, okay? So we're going to cut 4 2-inch pieces out of this. I would if I could find my rotary cutter. There we go. So I'm just going to straighten up that edge a teeny tiny bit because it's moved a bit where I chain pieced them. So come on, hang on. Sorry guys, let's do that end and turn it. I've been all fingers and thumbs recently. Here we go, straighten up that edge, and then we're going to cut 4 2-inch strips across it. So 2, 4, 6, so we're going to go like that. So again, I'm using that horizontal line along the seam as always, and then moving down. There we go, there, and there we go, that's that one. That's the longer one, so you're going to, oh, I need one more of those. So 1, 2, 3, I need one more. Come on, there we go. So you need to cut 4 2-inch strips from both strip sets. Okay, well that was nice and lined up, so there we go. Along the horizontal, just there. Hi Marion, hello my lovely. And then down to 6. I'm obviously doing it in 2-inch increments, and then down to 4, and then 2. There we go. So I've got 4 of those as well, identical. That's just scrap, okay? Next thing we're going to do is we're going to take the 2-inch by 3.5-inch rectangles in your background fabric, and we're going to pop those on like that. There, there, there and there. Okay, so I'm going to put those on next. So stitch those right sides together, 1/4-inch seam allowance. And while I'm doing that, what have you all been up to? Has anybody been up to anything fun? Have you done anything interesting to tell me? What have you been sewing? Do let me know, because otherwise it's just me waffling on. So we've had lots of people ring today to pay they've obviously all been paid because they've been ringing to pay the balances of their retreats. Those are going to come up so super fast. There we go. So we're going to go down that one, and we're just going to do all 4. We will be doing a secret sewing club this Sunday. So between 2 and 4. Over on the Secret Sewing Club page, as usual, we will be there. Myself, Hayley and Nicola from Daisy and Grace. And I think she's got a couple of like little guest people to come in as well. Hi Jane. Oh, don't worry about being late, not particularly when you've been having a little catch up. That's lovely. You don't get detention unless you want me to give you detention, and then you have to go to your sewing room. Okay? Here we go. Come on. And just unclip those. Like that. Back over here. And again, we're just going to iron that out to the cream. Okay? And then we're going to put these aside for later. We've got one more little element to do before we build the block. Here we go. 2. So these are going to be like your corner pieces. Okay, so you've got little corner pieces like this. What's everyone been up to? You all good? No, any news to tell me? Anything interesting? Right, what we're going to do now is you're going to take your 2-inch squares and we're going to draw a diagonal line across the back. Okay. Now, I've already done some, obviously, because otherwise we'd be here for ages. Or you were just watching me do the same thing over and over. So, diagonal line right the way across the back of your 2-inch background squares. And then you're going to take your, don't need that one for a second. These are the 2-inch by 3.5 and these are 2-inch by 5. Okay, so these need to go on. We're going to snowball the ends, but they're going to go on in different directions. So the smaller ones, the 3.5, your line is going bottom left to top right. Okay, like that. So you can do that on all 4 that way. But the larger one, the 2-inch by 5, they're going the opposite way. Okay, so top left to bottom right. So try and make sure that you've got those the right way round. Okay, and then as ever, we're going to stitch down the line, but we're not going to go directly on the line. We're going to run the needle along the edge. Okay, right, over to the machine with these. I'm going to stitch those down. Yeah, we've got a lot going on. So we've got lots to get ready with for the next Sewing Street, because I'm having my op on my nose next week. So I won't be, there will be a live Tuesday and Wednesday, but there won't be anything Thursday. And then we've got Malvin the following week. So we've got to get ready for Malvin as well. And then, what have we got then? Oh, then it's our birthday. Then we've got all our birthday shenanigans happening. We've got a counter sale happening. We've obviously got the party, all sorts. So, and then I've got a class. And then before we know it, it's going to be retreat time. Oh, and we've got two other Sewing Streets before retreats as well. So yeah, loads going on. Jean, you're going for a CT scan on your elbow on Friday to see if the surgeon can see where the bone he has to operate on. Oh, bless you. Well, fingers crossed he can sort it out, darling. And Cheryl, you've just home from a bra fitting. The shame of it. She fitted you up 7 cup sizes and 2 sizes around. Wowzers. You were definitely wearing the wrong size bra, missus. For 7 cup sizes up. Wow. Yeah. It's... Our bodies change though, don't they? I mean, I'm sure you ladies have found as well, you know, different times of your life and everything, your body changes and you always think, oh, I'm such and such a size. But actually, your body changes and you how often do we actually go and have a bra fitting? It's quite important really, because, you know, you want the girls to be supported. There we go. So I'm just pressing those out and making sure they're going the right way before I chop anything off. So just pressing those out. So yeah, those are going the right way and those are going the right way, which is great. Now I'll chop it off. How do we submit photos? So if you either send them by email to shop@whitegeckoevents.co.uk, or you can send them to us on Messenger. Okay, but obviously don't post them onto a page because they'll all go in a gallery once we've got them all together. Okay, so yes, either send them on Facebook Messenger or by email, lovely, and then Sian will collate them all, so Sarah and I don't see them, and deal with it all and get it put all into a gallery. Hopefully that makes sense. Right, give those another press, and now we can start building the block. So get that all out of the way. Right, we're going to make our little corner pieces. So we're going to put one of those on, and then this one is going to go on the bottom like that, and then you're going to put a long one down there like that. Okay, so there and across the bottom, and then that's going to go on the side. Okay, does that make sense, guys? You're hoping you can make the party. You're in hospital, not sure if you'll be able to travel. Oh, Karen, there's a shame, my darling. I hope you get well too. I hope you can make it. That would be lovely to see you if you can. I'm going to do the other ones as well. I'm going to take those over with me. The older I get, the bigger my belly gets. Oh, absolutely, love. Absolutely. Although I've lost just over 2, not quite 2 stone. I've been on the jabs. I've stopped them now because they've gone up massively. But yeah, I'm a pound off 2 stone, so I'm really happy with that. That's been great, actually. They've really helped me control my ridiculous crisp and bread habit. Here we go. So I'm going to put that one on. So I'm just going to put the short one on first onto all of them. Like that. And that one's so short one on first. There we go. It's also menopause as well, isn't it? You know, the minute you hit any sort of post menopause thing, our weight just, as women, it just fluctuates massively, doesn't it? But the joys of being a woman. There's always something going wrong, isn't there? We have a lot more to contend with than men, I think, with regards to like health and things, don't we? Here we go. Right. Just going to clip those apart, and I won't change the camera, I'm just going to very quickly press them out so that I can add on the longer one. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 and 4. There we go. So, and now I can put the long one. Now the long one's going to go down here, so I've got my background fabric up there. Okay, up at the top. So we're going to do these 4. Like that. We're nearly done with the block. It's quite a quick one, actually. Once you've done your cut it, it'll take you longer to cut it than actually put it together. This one. And with that one on, I'm going to just do all 4, and then at least I can show you the block in its entirety. God, I couldn't think of the word entirety then. So is anybody getting some going on holiday or anything? Are you going to have some like winter sun? Anybody got anything booked? Got nothing booked at the moment, so which is a bit of a shame. I like to have, even if it's just a weekend away, booked. Gives me something to look forward to. There we go. Okay, just going to clip those ones, iron these out, and then we can put the block together. So there we go. I'm going to press these out like that. That's that one there, and then that one. I think this is a really, really pretty little block. I think it would be I think it works really well in the Christmas fabrics, but it would work well with anything. Do it in any fabrics. It would look really pretty. So we're going to put this together now. So we've got one up in the top left, and then this is where these pieces are going to come in. So this was the 2 inch and 3.5 inch piece. That's going to go like that, and then we're going to put that one there. So we're going to turn it, and then we've got the middle row. So we've got one there, and then you need that little central piece. So you could fussy cut something really cute. I've used the same fabric as I did here in the center, but you could absolutely use a different fabric if you wanted to. And then these are going to go in the corners there and there, and then that one goes in the center like that. Oh, excuse me. Oh, dearie me. Marion, you've just been to the Scottish borders to visit your grandson and family. Oh, amazing. And Jean, you're going away in January, some winter sun to Madeira. Lovely. That's where I went on our honeymoon, mine and Phil's honeymoon. I'm not going to sew this together now, guys, because it's very repetitive. So if I just come to the big overhead, you would literally stitch that one to that one, and then that one to that one. I would nest that little piece there. Okay. Then you're going to stitch that together, and then that together, and then do your rows together. Now I've done this because again I'm using up scraps. I did this in the opposite way to this one. Let me just move this over so you guys can see. There we go. Obviously it's not stitched together, so it looks a little bit bigger at the moment, but when you put them together, I think it'd be really, really pretty Christmas quilt if you used all different Christmas fabrics, and just do them quite scrappy, I think, maybe with Christmas fabrics. Maybe use the same background fabric, but use all different pretty Christmas fabrics. It would be a really lovely, lovely little Christmas quilt. Now I'm looking at it on the screen. It doesn't really look like ribbons at all. It looks more like sort of flowers in a way, but do you know what? I'm going with it. That's what I saw at the time. But yeah, I think the fabrics that we had in, which were those, what were they called? A Very Sweet Christmas with the little penguins and everything would be really, really nice. But it's a very simple block to do. It genuinely will take you longer to do your cutting out than it will to. And if you're going to do more than one block, where I said the strip sets, I wouldn't bother to cut that down. I would do the width of fabric, and then you can cut lots up and make lots of blocks. As long as you've got these two the same fabrics, I think that would be fine, because this could be different to those if you wanted to. You could really play around with your colour placement. So that's it for today, my lovelies. Sorry, I've hurried at the end because I'm going to have a sneezing fit. I can feel it coming. I'll see you tomorrow at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. Have a little go at this block. If you do have a little go, put it on Gigglers. Let me see. I like to see all the different colour combinations that you guys do. Because it doesn't have to be Christmas. It could be anything. We will be doing a lot more Christmassy projects coming up soon, okay? But anyway, that's it from me, my lovelies. I will see you tomorrow at 7. Says here Thursday at 1 o'clock as well. So we've got a full week this week, and then Secret Sewing Club on Sunday. So yeah, take care. See you tomorrow. Have a nice evening.